Thank you all for watching my lesson. After the lesson, I have some comments about the lesson plan. Material that I used, the electric circuit design, student sheet, and some issues during teaching the lesson. About the lesson plan, we changed the story of the introduction. It was about Gumball room in which he can play, but we didn't use this model that we showed as it will be different than the electric circuit that the student will use during the experiment. So we changed this room with a toy which Gumball like, and we used a model of electric circuit on the board instead of the room model. In number 4, during the prediction part, we remove the part of group working to keep social distance between students as we can. Even we asked students to sterilize their hands before the lesson because they will exchange materials. We replace stand up and sit down strategy during prediction with agree or disagree strategy to can collect all opinions of students, because we have here third opinion which is not sure, and this strategy is very important for students to engage in argument, share their opinion with other students, and can see the differences between all the class opinions. About materials, we choose materials which motivate students for learning and thinking. We choose materials that will help us after this lesson during learning dangers of electricity. To can classify materials to conductors and non-conductors by scientific way, so students can protect themselves when dealing with the electricity. We used foil paper, chips paper, and ketchup paper. They are similar in shape. They have the same color from inside and same luster, but they are different in electric conductivity. Foil paper conducts electricity directly, while ketchup paper needs to sanding because it has a layer which is an insulating material. But if we look at a chips paper, it will not conduct electricity. Tuna can, cola can, and iron nail, all of them are metals. In the beginning of the experiment, student will discover that tuna can and cola can does not conduct, but after sanding, students will found they conduct. So they can understand why electric wires are insulated by a plastic layer. Iron nail conducts electricity directly, but we need student test it clearly because it is from the material that children like to put in the electric socket, so they can protect themselves by not putting any materials inside the socket. Using two types of charcoal and graphite motivates students for learning. It will a funny part of the lesson. One of my students after the lesson said that he wants to learn more about types of carbon. Using tap water and not using distilled water to avoid confusion about water conductivity, because they will learn that they cannot use water in putting of electric fires. About the electric circuit design, I couldn't conduct the lamp with the circuit from the front because the base of the lamp will not stick on the board. But students can see the connection from behind as students learn about the electric circuit in 4th grade, so they can observe the pathway of the electricity clearly. We connect two batteries in the electric circuit in series connection for two reasons. The first one is because the lamp that we used is LED lamp And if we use only 1.5 volts, it will not light. But the second reason is when we use a source of electricity that produces 3 volts, student can discover the human body conductivity, even it's still little electricity. And that was happened when one of my students discovered that his body conducts electricity, and this part is very important to learn about electric shock after this.
Good. So your body conducts. Show me again your body. Again. Wow. His body conducts. Really? Again his body conducts. Wow. Good. Yes.
About student's sheet. I changed it and student now can find the instructions in his sheet instead of oral instructions. I thought that students can understand names of materials easily, but after the lesson, I think it will be better if we put pictures of materials in front of the name to recognize materials during prediction and experiment. During teaching the lesson, I made a mistake. During the introduction, which is after telling students the story of Gumball, I should ask students how can they help and let students give examples of materials that they can use before they saw material that I prepared. Other thing, during sanding ketchup paper, it takes a lot of time from students because it was very difficult for students to remove the plastic part from inside. I don't know what is the best way for removing this part. Maybe using heating because it was a plastic, or asking students to sand the outer part only. That's my comment of my lesson and I'm waiting for your comments. Thank you.